Hello again. 17th of April. Cobb Quotes writes, I can and do take the personal hits and abuse. Fuck with one of my companies and reputation and you have a problem. If you're that confident that you all know how to run a festival, then get on with it. So far your marketing strategy seems to be nothing more than lies and misinformation about my company. Well, I don't think so, Paul. I think it's probably the other way round. I think there's plenty of evidence to support that, don't you? None of you have ever won against me. What do you mean by that? And like everything else you touch, you will fail and try to blame everyone else. Don't see what you mean by that either. Again, is this something in your head? You know, kind of rants from a deluded person. Know this, you say. My name is Paul Cobb and I'm an entrepreneur. We do not quit, so see you at Gossfest 2014. My name is Paul Cobb and I'm an entrepreneur. Well, can I have an opinion on that? Your name is Paul Cobb and you're a con man. You're a deluded, disingenuous lowlife. And I can say that from the fact of working with you. And I think the news stories that will be coming out soon about you, I won't have to make another quote, because you have been getting away, Paul, from the minute you came on board in January 13. You have been getting away with lying, misleading, being totally plausible, say you're going to do one thing but do the complete opposite, and your chickens are coming home to roost. Where else do we go? Oh yeah, DJ booth and bar. These are the before and before pics. So it looks like you've had a DJ booth and bar there mixed. Now I'm not sure if that's for indoors or what it's for. But one thing I probably can be sure of is that it's festival funds that paid for it. If it's for the stage, then it's a legitimate business expense. So I'm not going to criticise that at all. I note that there's photographs of the 2 slush machines and the candy floss machine that you purchased or you obtained for Gossfest 2013 out of money that you should have paid bills with. But then I find out that they haven't been paid for, or I'm led to believe they haven't been paid for. Take that back. I'm led to believe they haven't been paid for because Batleys aren't too happy with you, Paul, are they? Because I think that will be coming out soon as well. 11th of June, you've got a photograph of your wristbands, but this is the interesting one. 13th of June, phase 1 nearly complete. Now you've purchased a new fence, decking, artificial grass and benches for your garden, or for George's garden, because you're only renting it. Why would you spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on doing your garden up, when in actual fact the money that you're raising or you're being paid for is to pay for the bills of the festival? But yet again you've shown total disregard, because you can't buy all this stuff on job seekers allowance, Paul, now can you? And so it goes on, all pretty colours, bigging yourself up. You wrote on 11th of March this year, also noted Mr. Smith is organising the bands for the festival this year. And then you write, funny, that was what the only job he did last year, and I see he's already resigned as a director of a newly formed company. Anyone else see a pattern here? What are you trying to say, Paul? You know, if people are going to add me to directorships on companies without asking me first, you know, they would have saved a lot of trouble by listening to what I said at the first meeting, saying I am not a director, I've got my own company, I don't want to be involved as a directorship, but I will carry on doing what I do best. Now, like that or lump it, read into that what you will, it's the truth. 27th of April, shouldn't be surprised really, shows just how desperate some people are when all they can do is lash out on Facebook with crap. You do know they don't allow Facebook in prison, right? Best start researching new hobbies. What you on about there then, Paul? You on about the stuff you're posting and writing about me, or I don't get it. Ah, this was an interesting one. 11th of April, successful day in court, not over, but the battles are being won. Really? Whatever put that in your head? Is it when Judge Ackroyd said to you, Mr. Cobb, you run an event this year, and you said yes sir? He said, and I'm sure you want to get on with it, and you said yes sir. He said, right, well let's get all this paperwork in, then your accounts and etc, and then we can move on. Right you are, sir. He said, yes, I'll do that. Is that what you wrote as a successful day in court? Because the judge said to you, you need to get, you know, let's get this resolved before your festival, but you still didn't take any notice of it, so that's when he gave you an order the second time. It's the way you present things that happened in court, and you're telling everybody that that you're winning and you're doing this and doing that. I haven't mentioned the court case because, quite honestly, it's not the sort of thing that you do. You don't mention the court case with quotes like that until it's over. And of course, this post that people are reading now, although it's dated the 26th of September, you won't be seeing it until after the court case is over. But anyway, blah, you're off down to join Peter Chegwin at the Real Island Folk Festival, as you probably feel he's an ally of yours, but hey ho, we'll see how that goes. This post really did annoy me though, Paul, because I put a photograph on my wall when I tidied out my garage, and every item in that photograph is my PA system and drum kit. And what did you write? Because I wrote, right, now we can tidy up the garage and store things in an orderly manner. Well, when Westy gets here anyhow. What did you write? I spy with my little eyes something beginning with S. Give up. Stuff that was stolen from me. Now let me put that post into perspective, Paul. I went to the police when I saw this, and I said, you're posting on Facebook that I'm stealing from you or stolen from you, and I asked them to go and question you, and they did, and they said, have you got a complaint to make about Mr. Smith about theft? And you said no, and you were advised not to do it again, but you carried on. Now the battery's about to go, so I'm going to stop this now, and I'll come back later after a recharge.